What is up, everybody? It's your girl, Lindsey, and today I'm going to be here with DBNAIR, and we're going to be talking about his newest EP, Born Outcast. I'm going to be asking him some real deep questions. He's going to be dropping some real good gems for free, might I add. So y'all need to stay tuned.
Wake up, like how you still sleeping. 7 billion souls walk around with no reason. We just be working, we don't stop to breathe. We don't stop to see all the shit that's going.
What is up, everybody? It is your girl, Lindsey, and I'm here with DBNAIR, here to talk about his newest EP, Born Outcast. But before we get into that, I really want to know, and I'm sure the audience wants to know, who really is DBNAIR?
Oof. That's a good question right there. That's a good question. Who is DBNAIR? DBNAIR, that's me. That's me. But most importantly, it's just like my real name is Wendell. You know, that's the name my mom gave me. Mm-hmm. I was born Wendell Dennis. That's my government. Don't lie, it's my government. That's my government name. And I just, growing up, you kind of just really taught to be real obedient, to be real reliant, Just just learning how to grow up and all that stuff, how to respond to adults, how to be a quote-unquote good guy all the time. And you kind of just, you get so stuck in that character that you're always living for somebody else. Like, you're trying to be the best brother you could be. You're trying to be the best son you could be. But it's just like, who are you for you? And it's just like, it took me a long time to realize that, like, everybody thinks I'm such a good kid. Like, I don't got beef with nobody. But it's just like, in a weird way, that was hurting me. So it's just like I had to reinvent myself and try to find myself. I remember when I first went away to college, I was like there and I'm just like, like now I'm at a place where I don't gotta be nobody. I don't gotta be nothing for nobody. Like I just gotta be myself. And I was just like, nah, I gotta like rebrand myself. Yeah. So I named myself DBNAIR. And the word DBNAIR itself just means like, stylish, confident, and just being real about yourself. And the world might see me as like a more reserved, good guy, but I see myself as, like I be saying in these songs, I see myself as a rock star. That's how I see myself. So that's how I felt like the whole DBNAIR term came in. And then DBNAIR, and then at the end of it, it's MBW. And that's just always to keep me grounded. Always to keep me grounded. Made by Wendell. That's what that means. So it's just like, even though DBNAIR is this, mantra that I created, made by Wendell, that's just like, all right, but you still your mama's boy. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, so that's how I keep that going. That's where that come from. That's where DBNAIR come from.
Oh, I feel that.
Right.
So I'm going to take it back, far back. Okay, so
okay.
What really, like, inspired you to do music, period? Like, take me to that point where you're like, I want to be an artist. Like, I want to create music. Like, I want to do this. Like, when did you really discover that for you?
Well, it's actually funny, though, because how music was introduced to me, I didn't even like it at first. I'm not going to hold you. Like, I was tight about it. Like, I was a ball player growing up. You see, like, always did sports. Like, I was playing basketball. But, you boy, like, 5'7", 5'8". You only going so far at that. But it's like when I was 7 years old, my sister was playing the piano for like a couple years, and then my pops actually put me into the piano. And then I started playing the piano since 7 years old. But I was playing like classical piano. Yeah. Like I'm talking like Beethoven. I'm talking like Mozart. Yeah. I still rock with that stuff, but it's just like coming up at that age. I'm a young black king. You see what I'm saying? Like you wanna be running. You wanna be doing. Not playing these slow jams. Yeah. So I had like a real like love and hate relationship with music at first. Because it's just like, my sister played the piano. My pops plays. Yeah. I come from a music family, but it wasn't introduced to me in my way. Yeah. So it's just like, playing the piano all them years. And it's just like, after I left and went to college, going back to that college joint, it's like weird because when I was over there by myself, one thing I found joy in was when I would find a random piano and just play the piano. Because I was always real nice. Like, not to toot my own horn, but I was always real good. Like, I had a touch for it. And then it's just like, I was like, damn, I found like peace in this. And it became like, when I was at my lowest points, it became like an outlet kind of. And I was just like, oh, wait, nah, that's weird. That's weird. Like, the feeling I get. And like, I'm big on school because that's what, I was always taught education is number one. So it's just like, I've always been, real good with words, stuff like that. I was always, before I did the music, I like to write poetry and stuff like that. I like to write short stories. So I was just putting those stories into the songs, and they started sounding fire. So I was like, nah, I might have something right here. So then and like I said, being my sister was a big music fan too. She introduced me to a lot of people. Like, I used to get all my music from her. So like Chris Brown, Till this day, that's my guy, because that's how we grew up listening to music. And I just, different genres, different stuff like that. So at first, I wasn't really rocking with it, but then I got to a point where it's just like, I remembered like all the music that's been introduced to me, and I kind of just like, I could really do something with this.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, nah, I got to do this. So primarily because I found a way to express myself through it. So I was just like, nah, I got to do that.
And then DBNAIR was born.
DBNAIR was born, and I've been rocking with it ever since. I've been going crazy.
All right, that's great. And you mentioned Chris Brown, and I really wanted to know, and I'm guessing the viewers want to know this too, like, who are like your biggest inspirations music-wise? Like, who do you listen to where you're like, I could really get like some of my sound from that? Like, I really am inspired by these people.
Hands down, 100% Chris Brown.
Yeah.
100% Chris Brown. Like, he's probably like the first, like if I go back to the earliest music that I listened to, it's those Chris Brown CDs. Like, we still got some of them Chris Brown CDs in my crib. Like, it's crazy. Like, just the way he was able to dominate literally every genre of music and still be at top. Like, Chris Brown got pop records, R&B records, rap records. Like, he's that dude when it comes, we don't give him the credit that he deserved, but Chris Brown is that dude when it comes to music. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, and then that's how it came up. And then it's just like, I'm big on like Young Thug nowadays, like Gunna nowadays, Roddy Ricch.
Yeah.
So it's like that melodic type of feel, but then the way like Chris Brown does like his harmonies, all that stuff. And it's just like me, like just the way I came up, I've listened to so many different types of music that it's just like, when I go like quote unquote inspired by a sound, it's not inspired by a person, it's inspired by sounds.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I gotta, pay homage to Disney Channel. Like, I watched a lot of Disney movies. Like, High School Musical is still hands down one of my favorite movies. Like, and just listen to the stuff like that they had in there. Like, I like High School Musical songs. I got High School Musical songs on my playlist. Like, who that got High School Musical songs on their playlist? It's like, I listen to everything. So it's just like, influences. It's just like, I'm influenced by everything. Like, I'll be walking down the street, I hear somebody tapping their finger. That's influencing me to do something. Like, I'm influenced everywhere. People, Chris Brown, Gunna, Young Thug, Roddy Ricch, even these newer guys like Polo G, stuff like that. But in general, I'm just inspired by music as it is.
Oh, I love that.
Music as it is.
So I want to know, like, how would you describe your own personal sound? Like, I know you was talking about Chris Brown. He's versatile. He could do all these kind of stuff, hip hop, R&B, all this. Like, what do you think that you do yourself, like your own sound?
Word. That's cool. I like that question. My own sound, it's just like, it's a melting pot. You come to listen to a DBNAIR track, you don't know what you don't know what to expect, because it's just like, I'm gonna give you the choir harmonies. I'm gonna give you the crazy riffs at the end, but I'm gonna give you some bars too, man. Like, shoot, they sleeping on my rap game. I'm gonna give you some bars too. Like, I just like that. Like, being able to give somebody every vibe. Like, no matter what mood you're in, I got a song for that. Yeah. And it's just like, that's what I would kind of want. It's like Drake. You could listen to Drake in any situation. You at a party, you could throw a Drake song on. You tight, you could throw a Drake song on. You in your feels, you throw a Drake song. That's DBNAIR right there. DBNAIR is for the people. Like, I got music for everything, every situation. My sound is just like a melting pot of everything I heard. And it's just like, it's a lot of singing, because I did have a little choir stint. I was in a youth little choir. Didn't last too long. I ain't really rocking with it. But I did have a little choir stint. So I'm a big on singing the vocals, all that stuff. But my sound, it's crazy. And you never know what to expect.
And what does that sound like? What do you think that sound says about you?
That sound, it just shows that, I never want anybody to limit my creativity. Like, I don't want, because people think, oh, he's a rapper, he got to sound like this. Or he's a singer, he got to sound like this. Nah, don't limit my creativity. Like, I want to be able to go into the booth and just do whatever I'm feeling at that moment, that day. Because that's how I started this music. I started primarily to just express myself. So it's just like, you can't limit my expression, so don't limit my creativity. So that's what that says about me. And that's what the whole Born Outcast vibe comes into. I just feel like an outcast, and I just show that through my music, because you never know what you gotta hear when you hear a DBNAIR track. That's
Can't put you in a box.
No box.
That's great. So I just want to know, like, process of writing your music. Like, I know everybody has their own different processes. Like, some people, like, it takes them a long time to sit down and like really think about what they're gonna put down on paper. Some people just comes to them whenever, whatever, however. So I really want to know, for DBNAIR, like, what is the process of writing for you?
I like that question. Thing with me, I'm weird. I'm weird. I'm a weird dude. Like, I'll proudly say that. Like, I like to go to a lot of spots by myself. Like, I'll go to a park by myself. I'll go to, like, take a bus by myself. Like, I'll go to, like, a museum, carnival, anything. Things you do with people, I'll do it by myself. And I'll really just watch. Like, oh, okay, you see that couple right there, that's, you know, that's how they feel in this moment. Oh, okay, my boy having a bad day, I could see that. And it's just like, I just like to experience a lot of different things. Because me, when I go, I don't write nothing, I don't do none of that. I just go in the booth and I go. Like, whatever comes to my head, I'm going.
Yeah.
But it's like, you can't go if you don't have enough experiences.
Right.
So it's just like, I just like to be in a lot of functions by myself so I could watch other people. Because it's just like, I know how I feel about certain things. I know, like, my, you know, upbringing, how I, like, you know, different places that I feel like, yo, I got to express myself about this. But then I kind of want to see how, like, other people go through it. Other people deal with it. So it's just like, you kind of know what to write about. Because it's just like, we all have our own individual selves, but we live in the same human experience. Like, everybody knows what it feels like to experience love. Yeah. Everybody knows what it feels like when you know, you high or something. Like, everybody know, like, happiness, like, sadness, like, there's feelings, it's emotions. So you kind of always, music is a vibe. Like, you always want to be in the vibe to understand the vibe so you can deliver the vibe. Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
That's me right there. So it's just, I like to be in the spot. And then when I get into the booth, eyes closed and we just going. It's a freestyle. It's a freestyle always.
Oh,
That's how it is.
Really great. I love that. So now we're going to talk about your EP. And I feel like this is really interesting because listeners that are just coming off of Goat Desires, right? They're going to listen to this new one and they're going to like, they're going to see
never know what to expect with me.
They're going to see a difference in the sound. And I feel like, you know, I'm speaking for the viewers right now, when they're going to ask, you know, what really inspired that change in sound when you're coming off this new EP?
What inspired this change? It's just, I feel like for a while I got into the routine of, like, putting out music that I felt that other people wanted to hear. Yeah. So it's just like, when you quote unquote pop out as quote unquote a rapper, it's just like, you got to sound a certain way. Yeah. So I was catering to what I thought people wanted to think. But one thing I had to stop and tell myself was never limit your creativity to appeal to what you think other people might like. Definitely. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta really follow your heart, stay true to yourself, because then when people rock with that, it's gonna hit different. So what inspired that? A couple weeks before I even had the idea to put the EP out, I lost my laptop. My laptop broke.
Oh, no.
My laptop broke. Laptop broke. Lost all the files on my laptop. Everything I've been working on for like 3-4 years.
You're kidding.
Everything on the laptop. So it's just like, I could be tight about it, go try to remake those songs, but, like, you know, me trying to keep my spirits up, I was like, nah, I got to see, like, a bigger picture. So it's just like, throw all that out. Throw out what people like, throw out what people care about. What are you trying to make? Right. You know, I had to sit down and make that decision, like, yo. And I had these tracks sitting in a folder. I was like, nah, this is tough. This is tough. They might not rock with it, but this is tough. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, I got to put this out. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, especially coming from where I come from, it's just like, you know, you're hearing a lot of drill. You're hearing a lot of hardcore rap. You see what I'm saying? It's just like, that's cool, but it's just like, there's more music than that. Like, there's a lot of sound. Like I was saying before, you got Disney Channel. Like, they got their own soundtracks. You see what I'm saying?
They got hits. They got a lot of hits.
Disney Channel got hits. Nickelodeon got hits.
Nickelodeon got hits.
I'm telling you, these shows have hits. And that same thing, like, Paramore. Like, Paramore got hits. You see what I'm saying? Like, Justin Bieber got hits. These are classic people that you might not say in an everyday conversation talking music with somebody. But that's not, we can't discredit their impact on the game. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like,
most definitely.
So it's like, everything you listen to, like I said, my music is a melting pot. Everything I listen to, and, you know, giving people their flowers, like when I grew up, I was listening to Katy Perry tracks. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, Kelly Clarkson.
I'm telling you, icons though. Like, y'all gotta really
imagine though. You pull up on the block. Yeah. And you play a Katy Perry song. You out of there. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're out of there. Like,
you play Katy Perry at the club, they gonna kick you out. They kicking you out. The bouncer gonna come get you.
But I'm not gonna hide the fact that I like those type of songs. I like pop music. Yeah. Like, I listen to a lot of rap. But I like pop music. So I was like, you know what? Let me put out a pop EP. And I put out a 3-track pop EP of me straight singing. Yeah. And that did better in just the first weekend than all the rap songs I put out. That's what I'm saying. You stay true to yourself. You follow your heart. And it's just going to hit different when people rock with it. Stay true to yourself, man. They can hear the vibe in the music. And that's the biggest thing I want people to hear. Just hear how I'm feeling in these songs. So that's what I did, man. That's what inspired these tracks. Just me being me, a born outcast.
I'm really excited for that. I don't know if y'all excited, but I'm personally so excited. And I just really want to know, like, I know, like, you're an artist and all that, and all of your songs on an album or something, you know, you really did like to put out as an album. Right. You know, I'm just trying to get to know if you have a favorite on an album, because some people have preferences. Some people say, oh, I like this better, I like that better. So I really want to know, is there anything that, you know, the listeners should think, oh, you know, Debonair likes this one a lot?
Damn, if I got a favorite, that's like choosing
you know,
between your kids.
That's what I know. Like, I know
kids.
some people are gonna be like, I can't pick, but you know, if you had to,
Outcast go crazy. Outcast go crazy.
Yeah.
Wake Up go crazy. Fly go crazy.
Okay, but you can't listen to something.
If I gotta pick one, one though, I'll probably pick Fly. Fly. Only cause like in Fly, I was really saying some stuff. You see what I'm saying? Like I started off the track like, you know, it was crazy. It was just like, you know, I feel like I'm not from this generation. Yeah. Because just like in this generation, it's almost like a crime to be yourself. Like you gotta follow like social media trends. Like you gotta look how they want you to look. Like you gotta do what they want you to do. And that's pretty much what I address in that song. Like, yo, I'm just trying to fly. Like I'm just trying to spread my wings. Like I'm just trying to be me. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to follow no trend, no nothing. Like, and I was really singing on it. That's the ballad of the EP. Like I was really singing on there, doing my thing. So it's just like, that's probably the most like emotional track. Like I'm most emotionally connected to. Like when I wrote that song, I was just like, yo, they not rocking with me. But it's just like, I don't care though. Yeah. It's whatever. So when I put that out, that's that moment right there.
So y'all hearing this? So when it comes out, Fly, this is his most like.
I'm about to do a couple acoustic versions to this stuff. You know,
so y'all better
videos, everything.
Y'all better keep in tune to that. You know. So we talked about how this new EP is, you know, different than the last one. Of course, people are gonna obviously tell from when they're listening to it. How do you think the listeners, especially the people who, you know, started listening to you a lot with Goat Desires and, you know, your old stuff, how do you think they're gonna react to this new sound, to this new album that's gonna come out?
I feel like anybody who's been with me up until Goat Desires, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it because they're gonna know, like, yo, every time this guy dropped a track, it's never sounded like the one before. Yeah. So you can't expect this to sound like anything before. So it's just like, nah, I think they're gonna, if you're really a fan, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. If you know, I'm gonna get a lot of new fans on this. They can go back to that and they're gonna be shocked. They're gonna be like, yo, this guy got some range. But you know, that's me. They gonna love it, man. They gonna love me. They gonna love what I do. They gonna love. I make music that people love. That's what I like to say. So you know, that's me. That's me right there.
So what do you really want the listeners to get out of the album? Is there any message that, you know, you really want to make sure comes across when the people are listening to the new EP and, you know, getting to see all the songs that you came up with?
I want that phrase to really ring with them. Born Outcast. Because we all born outcasts. We all born different. Like ain't nobody the same. Like you do your style, I do my style. You like your favorite food. Like we all born different. So I just want to like, my biggest thing with this whole music thing too, just like to kind of spark the authenticity back into into what we're doing. Yeah. Like, I feel like there's been a blueprint and everybody's just following the blueprint. But it's just like kind of taken away from the art. It's just like, I bet you some of these drill rappers out now, like I'm talking these big time drill rappers, could get on an R&B's track and violate and like give you a crazy song or something. Like, but they just don't want to do it because their fan base might not. I'm telling you, we got to get out of that habit. Like Gunna should be able to collab with Paramore. You see what I'm saying? Like I gotta hear that track. Lil Uzi should be able to collab with like Taylor Swift or something. I think he did actually.
Say Taylor Swift. Did he really?
I gotta double check that. But I think he did. Like, that too. I want to hear crazy collabs. Like why are we limiting the music? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that's what I'm trying to see.
I think I'm trying to see that too.
And that's what I want to spark with this EP.
Taylor Swift collab.
Imagine. Shoot.
If that already came out, y'all need to send that to me because I would love to hear that.
Take all the beef aside. Taylor Swift, Kanye West on the track. Tell me that's not going crazy. Tell me that's not going crazy. Come on. But whoa. Take all the beef. Take all the beef. Take all the beef out.
You can't take the beef out though.
You right. You right.
You can't take the beef out.
But tell me that's not the craziest reunion in the world.
That would be the craziest.
Let's get on the track. Kanye's production.
They got on the track.
Taylor Swift vocals. That's art.
He did make her famous. So.
I agree, but we not about to put out. They about to cancel me for that one. They gonna cancel me. Don't cancel me. She good on her own. She good on her own.
Let me not cancel you. I'm not trying to cancel you right now. My bad. I take that back, y'all. But no. Okay, for you, Debonair.
Yep.
What I want to know, where do you see yourself? And I'm gonna give you a couple of time frames. Where do you see yourself? Oh yeah, drink your water because this is gonna be a little lengthy one. Where do you see yourself in 6 months? Where do you see yourself in a year, and where do you see yourself in 5 years in terms of your music, your artistry, and everything that comes with Debonair? Where do you see yourself?
Okay. Well, we in July right now.
Yeah.
So 6 months put us in the new year.
Yeah.
Put us in the new year. I'll start with 6 months then. In 6 months, I really just see myself with a crazy foundation. Like not everybody, but to a certain extent, people know Debonair. Like you said, like right now when they see the name, they're like, well, DB and But in 6 months, because I got a couple secrets, a couple moves I don't want to put out there.
Yeah.
A couple videos with some special guests. I don't want to put that out there.
Okay, all right.
I got some moves in place for the next 6 months.
Uh-huh.
That's really just going to be like a foundation. And it's another thing for me too, to really adapt to this lifestyle. Adapt to the, like, people know who you are. People know kind of what you're going through because they listen to your music. Because I've always been the lowest of the keys type of dude. But, you know, being more vulnerable and putting myself out there. And it's just like, I feel like in another 6 months, I'm going to have enough content to back up what I'm doing. Enough high quality content, all that stuff. So it's going to be like, all right, yo, we in position to blow. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, in another 6 months, putting myself in better position to blow.
Yep.
And letting people understand the movement that's going on.
Exactly.
In a year, couple platinum plaques.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yes. Yeah.
Couple platinum plaques.
Yeah, we're manifesting. That's definitely gonna come in a year.
We going on tour.
We're going on tour.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, crowd going crazy.
Yeah.
Crowd surfing.
You're gonna surf the crowd.
I'm gonna surf the crowd. You see what I'm saying? Like, I never try to look like bread. Like, I'm not counting my pockets or nothing, because it's just like, I'm just trying to do me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why there's another part of it too. Like, in a year from now, I'll be a college grad.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So now
like,
you free.
It's about my education too. Like, I'm still on that. So it's just like, I'll be a college grad. Might even be going to my master's. You see what I'm saying? Like, you might be thinking like, yo, this guy's an artist. Why he talking about school?
Yeah.
But that's the balance. Like, I'm telling you, I'm an outcast.
Outcast, he's different.
I'm telling you, in a year, platinum plaques. We going on tour.
We're going on tour.
Country to country, you know what I'm saying?
Rolling
like,
loud.
Rolling loud. Festivals going
Broccoli
crazy.
City.
What? Yo, keep naming them. That's where it's going. But as far as 5 years, I'll be 26. I'll be 26. Definitely gonna be one of the top. One of the top artists.
Billboard Hot 100.
Not even no top rapper, not no top singer. Artists.
Yeah.
But in another 5 years too, I want to open it up on my production side. Like, let some people put their art on some of my beats, because I make beats too. You know, my piano background. You know, ghostwrite for some people. Give people a couple songs. You know, do stuff like that. Start directing videos more. 'Cause I love, like, film photography. I love that stuff.
Me too.
Start getting Debonair in the acting world
not an actor.
What?
My bad.
Debonair got to get into the acting game. You see what I'm saying?
I feel you with
in
that
5 years, I'm gonna be on film more. Not just music videos. I'm talking like short films, movies. Because I always tell people, I feel like I could have played Franklin. And
oh God!
And what was the show?
Don't do that. Snowfall. Please don't do that.
I feel like I could have played Franklin in Snowfall. Right, I'm not gonna hold you. Probably not gonna do this right now, but I feel like I could have played Franklin in Snowfall. That's for another day though. If anybody, their directors is watching it, tap in with me. I got you. Let's do like a sequel or something. I'm for real.
A prequel.
We could do that too. Yo, take notes. I'm the next Franklin, but it's gonna be Debonair, not Franklin.
Okay.
Anyway, but in another 5 years too, another side I wanted to do that. Talking about my education in the first year, I want to open it up to education for other too. Yeah. Because it's just like, I feel like a lot of young guys, you know, that look like me, especially coming up in this new generation with social media and stuff, I feel like they don't have enough access to be able to express themselves willingly. Like, you know, freely, willingly, like all that stuff. Because it's just like, you kind of can't really put your opinion all the time on social media. Because, like, you got to follow the trend. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, if I could, that's why I'm also like, you know, I'm in school to be a teacher. Yeah. I'm in school to be a teacher. I want to be like an English music teacher to teach other kids how to express themselves the way I was able to find myself. Because like a lot of these kids don't have outlets, so they turn to like, you know, they turn to drugs, they turn to the street life and stuff like that. But if somebody told them like, yo, bro, how you feeling right now? Word? Put that in a rap. Yeah. Let me hear that. just you listening to your own voice, it really be calming you down. Like, yo, I really made this? Like, that's crazy. Yeah. So I want to be able to give that to other people. Maybe not even in the classroom, if, you know, just bringing people to the studios that I record to. Yeah. Like, yo, bro, get in the booth. I'll pay for the session. Put a song down. Yeah. And you don't even got to put it out, but listen to it every time you feel like you don't feel yourself. And that's going to restore them to themselves. I'm telling you, I want to really re-spark authenticity into people. Like, redefine what it means to be famous. Because a lot of people get famous and they just worry about themselves. But it's just like, yo, we got to pay it back. And not just doing like a food drive in your hometown.
Yeah, people get famous and
that's
they give
great.
back like
Shout
them
out
turkeys and Thanksgiving to like
Word.
outside of Target or something, and thinking
Nah.
that that's giving back to the community. We really need to, you know, dig deep, especially, you know, being black in the communities and stuff
Word.
like that
It's
we're
important.
in.
It's important.
It's really important.
Because before you're an artist, I'm a black male. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? So it's like I got to understand that.
Yeah.
You understand? Instead of giving out turkeys, I want to put everybody in position to make sure they always have turkey every Sunday.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
just on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
That's what that's about too. It's an education in it too.
Yeah.
That's why I always gotta, always gotta dress calm. You know, always gotta watch my mouth. Always gotta
you got your
talk
hat on.
real.
You got your
shoot.
the brimless hat, the famous brimless hat.
Watch my. I want to be a role model for people.
Yeah.
So it's just like I'm learning. I'm learning how different experiences could shape people.
Yeah.
So I want to shape my experiences to that way. When I'm at the point where I'm in front of a lot of people, in front of these crowds and stuff, yes, I'm going crazy, rock star lifestyle,
The surfing,
doing my things, crowd surfing, everything. But the young kid that's watching me, he can still get inspired.
Yeah.
Be like, yo, that kid up there, he still got a college degree. You know what I'm saying? Like that kid up there, he's still doing crazy stuff in his community. Like he's having fun, but he's taking care. Like everybody, he's leading the path, setting the way. So that's me. Like we live in like rock star lifestyles, but we still understanding that we didn't get here by ourselves.
Yeah.
And there's other people that they should. Everybody deserves to be rich. You know what I'm saying? So if I could put as many people in that pipeline, and that's what it really means to be debonair. You know what I'm saying? Born Outcast.
That's beautiful.
Born
I really
Outcast.
think that's important to give back to the communities in the ways that you're
100%.
saying, because there's a lot of outlets that people don't know they can tap into yet.
Don't have access to it.
Yeah, and they don't have access to it. And I think that's really beautiful that that's something that you really want to do.
Right.
And so I want you to talk to the viewers now. So we have people out here, who are going to be watching you, who are going to be looking up to you as an artist, as a person, as debonair. So if you had any word of advice to give to these people, they might want to be an artist themselves, or maybe they're just struggling with things, that they don't want to talk about, or just any person that's really looking to you for advice. Would there be anything that you would want to say to your viewers, your listeners, your fans, just anybody in general?
I think that one, it goes back to what I had to tell myself.
Yeah.
Because the one quote that I always live my life by is be the person you needed. So if I could cut out all these experiences that other people had to go through, so that way they can get to where they want to go to a little quicker, that's big for me. So it's just like one thing like I learned doing this EP, just doing this music stuff in general, is never limit your creativity to appeal to what you think people gonna like. You gotta just stay true to yourself, follow your heart, because when people rock with that, it's gonna hit a lot different than when they give you a couple hundred streams on some regular joint that you just wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that's like the most important thing I could tell anybody. And when you do post it, turn your likes off. I've been doing that. I go on IG, turn the likes off. Right when I post it, turn the likes off, turn anything, turn your phone off. Go take a nap.
That's what I like to do too.
You see what I'm saying? Like let it marinate.
Yeah.
And then tune in.
Yeah.
Leave the likes off. Instagram gives us that option now.
That beautiful option. I think everybody should use it.
Everybody should be using that. Turn your likes off and follow your heart. Keep your head down and grind. And then once you get that nudge to lift your head up and open your eyes, you're going to see you at Rolling Loud performing in front of a crowd. You see what I'm saying? You got your eyes down in that booth.
Yeah.
Open your eyes. Tens of thousands of people, you inspired their lives just by what you said in the booth because you followed your heart. But if you're following somebody else's path, you'll never feel that. You'll never experience that. There got to be something authentic about you that people just love and people rock with. And that's the biggest advice I could tell everybody. Like, it's not about money. It's not about what brands you wearing. It's not about none of that. It's about, I could hear him through this song.
Yeah.
I could hear her through this song. That's what it's about. Just stay true to yourself.
Stay true to yourself,
stay
guys.
true to
This is
yourself.
what everybody's saying. Stay true to yourself.
Yeah.
I want y'all to rewind that. Listen exactly what he said.
We all
Those
born
are some
outcasts.
words of wisdom.
You know the vibes.
This is some free wisdom
Free
that
game.
he's dropped.
Free
Free game. For
game.
free.
I'm telling you, for free.
And I think that that's perfect. So if you could let us know, this is really important as well. If you could let us know where you could stream Born Outcast.
Shoot,
because
everywhere.
Everywhere, guys.
Everywhere.
Every platform.
Even if you go outside, they're going to be playing it outside. Somebody be going to driving by in a car, keep playing the EP. Like, you're going to hear it in his car. You're going to hear it in the restaurants. You're going to hear it in the gym. You're going to hear it everywhere.
Everywhere.
If you don't want to tune in on your phone, somebody else going to put you on. I'm telling you, you're going to hear this joint everywhere. This joint gonna be
Y'all heard it
everywhere.
here first. It's everywhere. So
Everywhere.
you're going to have no excuse not to stream this song and this EP and everything you got.
You know the vibe. Shoot,
So
you know the vibe.
we just sat down with Debonair, and I think that he dropped some great gems, like I said, for free.
Free gems.
So y'all should really appreciate that. Y'all should tune in not only to this video, leave a like, leave anything that you want to do, you know, talk to him, get more advice.
Talk to him.
Everything that you want to do. But make sure first, before you do any of that, you got to stream Born Outcast.
Talk to him.
Streaming it everywhere.
Streaming everywhere.
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 So make sure y'all tune into that because I know I will be.
Yup. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Feel like an outcast of earth. This ain't my home turf. Don't got no advantages, but I'ma make it work. Had to go and switch my name, they tried to leave me in the dirt. Switch that shit to debonair, maybe this time it'll work. Feel like an